My name is Douglas McKeeby, and my topic of discussion is whether professional athletes are overpaid. Some key assumptions about professional athletes are that the majority of people feel as if professional athletes are overpaid. Younger professional athletes are more likely to have financial troubles compared to older professional athletes. Professional athletes are more likely to commit a crime compared to the average person. But, interestingly enough, two researchers writing in the academic journal Chance several years ago went through reams of data about crime in NFL players. Their conclusion was that the rate of arrest of pro athletes for assault and domestic violence was less than half that of the general population. Furthermore, NFL players commit property crimes at a far lesser rate than everyone else does. Also, the drunk driving arrest rate for pro football players is about half of that for all young men ages 20 to 29. Another key assumption about professional athletes is that a good amount of big-name professional athletes are selfish and self-centered. Now, those who feel like professional athletes are not overpaid understand that they do way more than just playing. Professional athletes have to be involved in training camps and practices. Professional athletes are subject to constant travel, nagging injuries, and pressure from fans and media. All of these factors, including the ones mentioned earlier, combine to make most professional sports a grind, psychologically and physically. Those who feel like professional athletes are not overpaid also take into account that some sports are demanding. Certain sports are particularly demanding. A recent survey of lifespans of athletes listed in Who's Who in American sports found that pro football players die at a mean age of 57. The average boxer makes it only as far as 61. There can be several reasons for this, but some of it has to stem from the physical beating that is a routine part of the job. Those who feel like professional athletes are not overpaid also point out that only the best of the best receive huge contracts. Most people think that professional athletes are overpaid because they see huge contracts come out every year, but this only happens for the best of the best. It doesn't happen all the time that someone in professional sports gets $20 million a year all of a sudden. Those who feel like professional athletes are not overpaid also take into account that the lives of most professional athletes are scheduled out. Their whole life is basically scheduled for them. They don't have a choice because it's part of their contract. Professional athletes have to play whenever the coach tells them to. They have to meet with the media, make appearances to show support for a sponsor or their hometown, and find time to connect with their local communities in order to set a good example for the youth. Professional athletes also have to practice long hours and live in hotels for most of the year. Now, those who feel like professional athletes are overpaid feel as if professional athletes oftentimes make bad decisions regarding all of their money. For example, 2 months after the NBA lockout began in the summer of 1998, Kenny Anderson told the New York Times he had to sell some of his cars and mutual funds and borrow against stocks. The reason why he was doing this was to keep investing and to support a lifestyle that included a 5-bedroom home in Beverly Hills, $7,200 in monthly child support for 2 of his daughters, $3,000 a month in mortgage and other expenses for his mother's house, agent, legal, and accounting fees more than $400,000 annually, $10,000 a month in hanging out money. Anderson also said he had to stop regular handouts of $3,000 to $5,000 to friends and relatives. Now, those who feel like professional athletes are overpaid also think that professional athletes are overpaid due to the fact that they make so much more money than people in careers that truly make a difference. The average yearly salary of someone in the NBA is $5.15 million. The average yearly salary of someone in the MLB is $3.2 million. The average yearly salary of someone in the NHL is $2.4 million. The average yearly salary of someone in the NFL is $1.9 million. And finally, the average yearly salary of someone in the MLS is $0.16 million. On the other hand, doctors and pharmacists don't make nearly as much as professional athletes do. The average physician income ranges from $230,000 a year to $260,000 a year. The income of pharmacists ranges from $110,000 a year to $120,000 a year. Now, those who feel like professional athletes are overpaid feel like the majority of big-time professional athletes are self-centered. Some big name professional athletes are very humble and polite. Then you have those big name professional athletes who are rude and feel as if they are the greatest gift to this earth. There's no doubt about it that big name professional athletes are talented, but that doesn't mean that they should go around being full of themselves. Those who feel like professional athletes are overpaid also think that professional athletes work the system to benefit themselves. For example, there has been professional basketball players who improve individual performance in the year before signing a multi-year contract, but then decline their performance after the contract is signed. This has not only happened in professional basketball, it has also happened in other professional sports. Now, here's my works cited page, and I'm going to give my input on the whole issue. In my opinion, professional athletes are overpaid because they claim to love what they do, but yet they expect these large amounts of money. And it doesn't make sense to me because, if you really loved your career, then why would money be a top priority? And, I understand how they have to go through a lot to do what they do, but yet it doesn't translate to getting paid, $5 million a year. And then you have those doctors and pharmacists of the world, and they really make a difference in the lives of people, but yet they don't get paid as nearly as much as professional athletes do. And that's how I feel about the issue, and thank you for watching.